Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of That's Debatable Daily. I am Leveso, and I am here joined by one of my greatest friends of all time, Nick Sales, where we are going to discuss an absolute chaotic question here, Nick. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, Nick, would you rather be able to teleport anywhere, but only to places currently on your TikTok For You page? Or you can time travel, but only to moments in your life where that life was actually in danger, where you were in mortal peril? Which would you rather?
Okay, so I'm not super familiar with TikTok. Maybe you can help me on this. But
Okay.
Does the algorithm, is it kind of catered to the things that you're consistently searching or looking at?
It will be
feed you
catered
more of
to the
those
things that you consistently pay attention to. Not necessarily like or what. Like, it's hard to make the algorithm work for you. It kind of just naturally takes all of your inclinations,
Yeah.
good and bad, and plays them out in front of you.
So if I were to create a new TikTok account, but then cater that account to only be looking up and searching up dream destination, vacation
travel
places,
videos, all that stuff.
do you think that eventually the For You page would be populated by just those things?
I think so. Yeah.
In that case, I don't know how I could
Teleportation
not do
is
that one.
such a valuable power. And it's like, think of all the time you've used on transportation. Like, I love transportation. I love road trips. I love train travel. But like, every plane flight you've ever been on, every like time you've had to wake up at 3 a.m. to go to the airport, never again. Teleportation solves, and there's a lot of implications to it too, because you can teleport. What if inside of a bank is on your TikTok For You page? What if somebody else's house is like, like this is some
the
interesting,
White House.
Yeah, like there's some interesting implications to this sort of stuff, right? You could get anywhere.
You could become the most powerful person in the world. If you could teleport into the White House, imagine the possibilities. I don't want this video to get flagged, but like you could have some power with that.
It's true, but Nick, what about this? You can go back in time to when your life was in peril, but you could buy Bitcoin at $1,000 a Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like time travel is outrageously powerful.
Back to when your life was
You
in
can
danger.
change all of history.
So talking about when your life was in danger, I mean, what's the definition of danger?
I assume what that means is
this going back to a moment of you're in the middle of a war?
It's a quantum leap thing. So like, for example, have you watched the movie Quantum Leap?
No.
So with Quantum Leap, they discover time travel, but it's like really interesting. He can only leap into people's bodies who were alive during his lifetime. Like the way that it works with his consciousness is like he occasionally leaps into his own body, but as a kid. So he still sees himself as his normal person, but like he's seen as everybody else as the person that he's playing. So it's not specific enough, but let's just say those are the rules. Like you will go back into your body at a time in your life where you're in mortal danger.
That also begs the question of, when are you not in danger?
But that's the thing.
Sitting here, are we currently in danger?
Is there a nuke coming towards us? Then they find the solution to that and take it down and don't let us know because we'll panic. That could be happening at any moment.
I think that we need to kind of set some clear expectations and clear definition here.
Because an asteroid could be hurtling towards us and we're like, our life's in danger.
I would say that my definition of life being in danger is that you have a 50-50 shot of living or dying.
Right.
So I see this as like being in a war, being surrounded by dinosaurs. You still have a shot.
Yes.
You've got a chance of living, but it really comes down to like a coin flip.
Well,
your life is in danger, meaning that you could make it out, but you also like it's a risky enough situation where you might not.
That's specifically good because what I was thinking is I'm like, I'll do the time travel one because I already made it past all those situations. I already survived all of those. I know what to do, but I don't because again, I may have had, my life might have been in danger and somebody else may have made a tiny decision that saved my life that they might not make that decision this time around.
Yeah.
And so it's a scary thing. You don't know if you're going to live or die.
I mean, if you can think back, I'm sure that there's moments in your life where you can look back and you can remember the moments when your life has been in danger.
Yes, basically once every other year for sure. It's like a curse I've had ever since I was little. It's just crazy weird thing.
I look back to like moments I've been in the ocean.
Sure.
The ocean does not play around.
Doesn't care.
There's no joke.
Nature
you go into the ocean, like I've been scuba diving, like snorkeling. There's been moments with that where a giant wave comes and I feel like I'm in danger.
The ocean does not care about you. Nature does not care about you. The trees do not care about you. The mountains, the streams, cold, the night, the day, none of it cares about you. It will let you die.
In that case, maybe I need to pad the definition a little bit because I would say 50-50. That's almost too in danger. I would say when I can look back and when I've said that my life was in danger, I would say it's maybe closer to 30% chance of
pretty
death.
High. Yeah.
Which is still higher than
high
normal.
As it usually ever is.
Us sitting
life.
at this table right here,
Pretty
we
low.
have maybe a 2% chance.
It goes up quite a bit every time you drive, which people don't realize that it's like if you don't die before you're old, you're going to die in a car accident. Like it's so common. And the fact that we're still casual about it blows my mind, but it's just how the psyche works. And we have to constantly remind ourselves of that. But yeah.
So I'd say your life being in danger, I would say there's a 30% chance.
Sure. We could put it at 30.
I think
if we put it at 30, I'm doing the time travel one because man, I like risks and I like taking risks, and time travel is so powerful, but so is teleportation.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice to say, I'm not worried about the past. The past is what it was.
Yeah.
I'm worried about right now what I can do. And it's like, sure, I could go in the past and maybe die and maybe get 100 Bitcoin, but I could also just walk into a bank if I wanted to.
Yeah. Another important element to add on to here is that even though your life could be in danger, you still have the agency to get out of it. Because I think of people like Luke Nichols from the Outdoor Boys. His life is consistently,
shout out to Luke,
he's the best
all the time.
His life is consistently in danger, but he's enough of an expert to get out of it.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So someone who's in the army, they are consistently in danger, but they have trained and conditioned themselves to know how to get out of it. So I would say that being in danger doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing you can do about it.
Some people's life is in danger every single day of their lives.
It just comes down to the skill set that you have to get out of that danger.
But time travel, dude. I think I'm choosing time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just like the teleportation would be so useful, but time travel would allow me to like go back and spend a day with my dad 20 years after he's passed away. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's dangerous. Like,
and I feel like you're quite a history buff as well.
Oh,
like
yeah,
you would
dude.
love to go back.
And I know that it's only during my life, but like a lot of my creative works are based on the 90s, and I would like to go back and just spend a couple days there.
The 90s were,
you know what I mean?
The best.
And a lot of people don't like the 90s, but what you have to realize is that like there was never a better time to be a kid than in the 90s. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't the best time to be a soldier or a lot of other things or, but it was a really good time to be a kid.
Yeah.
It was made for kids. All the marketing was directed towards kids in the 90s.
Playing night games with a group of friends in your neighborhood, it was nothing better.
So the time travel ones, I think just because of the ability to see people who I love. But the teleportation's so useful, dude.
I'm not going to say this just to kind of be against what you're saying, but I truly believe that I would choose the teleportation just because there's so many cool places in the world.
Dude.
And if you were to think about all the cool places in the world versus the places that you'll probably see in your lifetime, you're going to see 0.01% of all of the cool places that are available to us to explore in the world. I want to see those places.
It's true. It's true. Can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of the beauty that I have had about visiting places has been getting there. The journey, even if it's uncomfortable, you earn that.
Yeah.
And if you could just appear in Germany, for example, right now, grab a bratwurst and come back, that's about the coolest thing anybody could ever do. But being able to like get to the airport, go on the plane, make this journey, mentally prepare yourself, you kind of step into another world in that way, and the thing is, it's not that you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
If you can always hop on a plane and buy a ticket if you want, even if you can teleport, you're just less likely to.
Yeah. And you kind of also bring up a good point that maybe you won't appreciate it as much.
You definitely won't. No matter who you are.
You go to Germany, get a bratwurst, and it's just another Tuesday.
No matter who you are, you will not appreciate travel as much with but again, you will be able to see every square inch of the planet. It will feel very small to you too. So there's kind of some psychological trade-offs. But again, I love superpowers that are optional because again, if you don't like the teleportation one, you can always just go back to living like a normal person.
Yeah.
And that's the same with the time travel too. So these are a couple of really good ones.
think that we're teetering. Maybe the audience has to be the ones that kind of push it over the edge for us.
And help us with this.
Let us know what you think, but it's got to be a strong opinion. Let us know if you would rather time travel to a place in your TikTok For You feed or travel to somewhere back in time, but where your life was in danger.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm specifically not going to decide this one because teleportation would be the go-to, but the time travel ability to just spend time with loved ones that have passed, I think that's huge. So I'm gonna be no contest on that.
I think that if a genie appeared to me and says you have 30 seconds to choose, I would probably choose the teleportation one. But then again, it's like you could easily convince me otherwise, just because there's so many benefits that come.
Yeah, time travel is just insane. Like imagine seeing events in person, but also imagine. Like if they ever get to Mars and somebody makes a TikTok video on Mars, you could go there. If they ever get to Proxima Centauri and make a TikTok video on Proxima Centauri.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. Something we didn't think about the teleportation is that it's dependent on TikTok. If TikTok ever disappears, our power goes with it.
There you go.
Because it's dependent on our For You page. Go. And if they take out the For You page so one doesn't exist, the time travel power is inalienable. You can't get rid of it.
It's true. It's true.
So yeah, no contest for me. That's hard.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed that, please tune in for tomorrow. We have a really special one tomorrow because it is going to be St. Patrick's Day. And we are going to talk about a St. Patrick's Day dilemma. Whether you would rather have to wear bright green every single day for a year or get pinched by someone random once a day for a year. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Please join us.